I think in France is kind of a traditional country, as it's not as traditional as Turkey, but still it is. Like people think it's very atheist and open-minded, but it's not. Like it's like in Turkey. Like when you are 25, you should find a great job and find a husband or wife and make a loan to have your own house. I don't feel myself thinking about it at all. Benim adım Léa, 24 yaşındayım, İstanbul'dayım ama Fransalıyım. So before coming to Turkey, I was studying business administration in Lyon, in France. So I chose this major because actually I didn't know what I wanted to do, so it's kind of a generalist choice. And I had the chance to make a lot of internships and to go abroad in this field, so thanks to this I could do an Erasmus in Istanbul. Well, I wanted to go in a nice big city with multicultural and with warm culture. So I was like hesitating between South America or Middle East. And finally I ended up to go to Istanbul, and I really was super happy with this choice. The relationship between France and Turkey, that is not the best at this time. I didn't have such a good image. I thought, like, for instance, that you could feel political tension in daily life. But I realized when I arrived in Istanbul, it was really a European mindset. So yeah, I think from France we don't have like the real image of Turkey. In January 2020, I came to Turkey. When I arrived, I was super amazed by these streets with like so much animation, and I think my days were rhythmed with food all the time. Like we were waking up and going to take a Turkish breakfast all the time with friends. Then we were like just choosing like a new neighborhood to visit, finding some street food for lunch. And then we were like partying all the time until March, because after this it was not possible anymore. But I'm happy I did the maximum I could do during 3 months, because it was short, but I feel like I did many things. In educational terms, in France it's kind of special what I did. I did 2 years of prep school, so you just hard work to get a good rank and to enter a good university then. So when you enter the university, you don't care about your grades, you just will graduate from this university. So it's really your personal life that matters after this, like your activities. In Turkey, I could feel like it was more academic, and also I could see that like the students were more involved in the studies. It was kind of strange when I saw the Koç students for the first time, because even in France I'm studying in a private university, but we all go with like casual clothes and with public transportation. When I arrived, I saw like sports cars, and I saw like girls with luxury bags. So I think there is like kind of a show-off culture there. In France, for instance, when you have money, you have to hide it a lot. Like even if you are really rich, you will not give a lot of money to your children, because you want them to have like a normal education. So, but I think in Turkey, because you have like a rich class that is very richer than the others, they need to show it. I don't know. For instance, the fact we say that French people, even they speak English, they won't answer in English with you. I think Turkey was the first country where I went to the same. I think it's because they don't speak English well. Like really, my grandparents don't speak a word. My mother, she's been studying a lot, and she barely speaks English. So they are shy and they don't like to speak English. Like also in Turkey, it's the same. Like they don't speak that good. They will not make the effort, because it's both proud cultures, I think, so they don't like to feel bad. If you go to south of France, actually people are very similar to Turkish in some ways. We have this way of communicating, making jokes, laughing, that we don't have like in northern part of Europe. So in Paris, for instance, people are like now like living an individualist life, like staying in their comfort zone. So maybe this is the reason. I think being a French expat in Turkey or being a Middle Eastern expat in France is very different, because in Turkey they really like European people. They are welcoming you, and they really try to be nice. I think maybe it's also the same like Middle Eastern expat in Turkey and Middle Eastern expat in France. I think, of course, you have a lot of immigration, a lot of refugees. We have also, so there is like a very deep integration issue in France. Of course, most of French people are not racist at all, and they really like to welcome new people. But it's not a multicultural country. Paris is not a multicultural city as Istanbul is. French people, they don't know that much Middle East. Like most of them, they think Turkish people speak Arabic. They think it's part of the same culture. I think in France is kind of a traditional country. As it's not as traditional as Turkey, but still it is. Like people think it's very atheist and open-minded, but it's not. Like it's like in Turkey. Like when you are 25. You should find a great job and find a husband or wife and make a loan to have your own house. I don't feel myself thinking about it at all. Of course, I know I will maybe have this life, but I think I'm too young and I want to live many things before I start to have this way of life. So my first plan, I was like from March to June searching for my first job. In the beginning, my university told us like you have to find your first job in France. You cannot find it abroad. So I was searching for a job in France. After Corona started, I was three months in next to Kaş, in south of Turkey, between Antalya and Fethiye. So I was kind of stuck there because of travel restrictions. It was kind of very strange to be like in the south, in a small city with people that were like traveling or just having like small businesses. I was comparing my life, working super hard in Paris every day until 8. I was like, how can it be? So finally I had no choice but to go back to France. My visa expired. So I went back in July, and then we had after 1 month statement that we could work abroad. But I said yes for a first internship in Paris, in Cannes Film Festival. And after I applied for the first job I found in Turkey, because actually I didn't speak Turkish, so I had no choice but working for a French company, and French companies in Turkey are all like industrial companies, like cars, and so really not my type of thing. So when I saw this offer working in the trade department for the French consulate, I was like super enthusiastic, but I knew it was super hard to have it and didn't really make the studies for it. And so finally I got it, just 2 weeks after saying yes to my former internship. So I really kind of was not really nice with them. After 2 weeks I told them I need to leave. But I was super happy with my choice. And I'm here since November 2020. I don't know what I want to do with my future. It's a very hard question for me. I cannot project myself more than 6 months. I think I really like to live in Istanbul, but I don't know if I can be living abroad my whole life, because at some point it's nice to be close to your family and friends. But I can picture myself living abroad for some years, and especially in Istanbul, it's for something I think it's. I was feeling home since the first months I arrived. I think that being next to the sea, with this warm people, with this amazing food, with this lifestyle, I really recognize myself in it, and I think I could live my whole life there. I still don't know.